The NFL is the highest level at which football can be professionally played. Most football players start at a super young age and basically commit their entire life to the game. Some have been playing it for decades, let that sit in. Practices every day of the week, weightlifting, strength training, and obviously playing with the hopes of standing out. So how is it that when these players get to the NFL, the competition is so much greater than the lower levels? A big-time athlete in college has the potential to be a nobody in the NFL. But talent is not the only thing that factors into becoming a regular NFL quarterback. It's opportunity. Some people never get that shot at fame in the league, and specifically, let's look at quarterbacks. 32 teams in the NFL, and every single team can only play one quarterback. Only one quarterback can take the spotlight and have the entire nation gaze upon them as they attempt to lead their offense to a victory. Only one quarterback can truly be playing for each team, but there are still multiple quarterbacks on a roster due to something like injury concerns. So why does it feel like that a quarterback can rejuvenate a team and that the so-called backup can give this team the best chance to win? Let's talk about it. 32 of the so-called brightest minds in football currently are coaching the NFL. They get to watch all the quarterbacks on the roster practice. They get to decide who to give reps to, and they get to decide who gets the one most important thing, opportunity. So explain how backup quarterbacks can outperform starting quarterbacks. It's 2017. The Philadelphia Eagles are sitting at 11-2. They have an away game against the Los Angeles Rams, and if they win, they clinch the division. Late in this game, Carson Wentz completes a touchdown pass and then is removed from the game. A few plays before throwing this touchdown pass, Wentz was injured. His season was over. The Eagles were in a close one-possession game with the Rams, and they handed the reins over to Nick Foles, who won that game, but he didn't stop there. The entire NFL believed that it wasn't just Wentz's season that ended, but that the entire Eagles' season was over as well. We all know what happened that year, though, in 2017. Foles led the team to a record of 3-0 in the playoffs, and they dethroned the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl in an amazing victory. Foles had a passer rating over 100 in every single one of the playoff games that he played. To put this in perspective, Carson Wentz only recorded a passer rating of over 100 in 6 of his 13 starts. Keep in mind, Wentz was the favorite for MVP. So how is it that when a backup quarterback replaced the starting quarterback, things worked out for the best? It's because it provides a spark of new life and a new purpose for the entire team. First off, starting quarterbacks can become complacent and content, while a backup quarterback still has to fight for every snap to prove that they are worth the opportunity they finally get. A starting quarterback can feel safe about their role, and although they still play their best almost every play, when a backup quarterback comes into a game, they're fighting for their careers and their livelihoods. Who knows how long they dreamt of this opportunity to finally prove themselves, and most of the time their effort shows that. To further this, when Nick Foles was named the starter of the Bears and Jaguars, he's not the backup anymore, he's the starter of these two teams. His play was nowhere near the same when he was with the Eagles. When Foles was on the Jaguars, he played 4 games, and he had 0 with a passer rating of over 100. With the Bears in 2020, he has played 8 games, and he has 0 with a passer rating of 100. Combined, that's nearly 4 times the amount of games he played compared to the playoffs with Philly, and 0 games with a passer rating that high. Another similar situation is currently happening in Philadelphia again at the time of this video. The Eagles have been playing poorly all season for a plethora of reasons, so finally they decided to toss in Jalen Hurts against the number 1 seed in the NFC of the New Orleans Saints. So one of the top-ranked defenses at this time, they wanted to see what Jalen Hurts could do. The Eagles ended up winning this game. Now, was Hurts the reason they won this game? I would have to say yes and no. He only had 167-yard passing and 1 touchdown, but he did rush for over 100 yards. So statistically, pretty solid, but that definitely wasn't the reason they won. There is no doubt in my mind that Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Jalen Reagor, you name it, they all wanted to support their young player making his first career start. So every single player was playing all out, high intensity. Their intensity level skyrocketed compared to how they played with their former starting quarterback, and it resulted in a win for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what? Even Patrick Mahomes was sitting on the bench for a year behind Alex Smith. How can the Chiefs scouts let this happen? It's because practice is much different than games. Tyreek Hill even said that when he was with Mahomes in practicing with him, that Mahomes played like trash and he was surprised the Chiefs picked him. The thing lacking from Mahomes' game was one thing: opportunity. All he needed was to be put in a live situation in the game to see what he could do when it mattered and to fine-tune his skills. And now look where he is. Which quarterback backup is going to break out next? Let me know what you guys think down below. Smash the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.